Can I max?
Stop talking, we're starting.
Max.
Crazy. It's Resident Evil 4 again, and it's your humble person currently speaking playing.
Your humble nematode.
Now,
We just beat the wolf area.
I took the liberty of opening this save file last night and tidying things up a bit. Because things were an absolute mess, I gotta say. Also, there was an attache case upgrade available that we didn't get last time, so I got that.
Okay, look, I gotta double check this time only because you said it again. You know it's attache, right?
No, it's an attache.
Okay.
Just like an Apache chief, but with a T. And now I'm going to attache myself to some dead monks.
In the face.
Yeah.
Alright, no, this isn't the gun. We got past the gun area, didn't we? The place with the big mounted one and the...
Die.
I'll snipe you with my pistol, I don't give a fuck. Red 9.
Yeah, they have to come up the ladder to get to me. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Oh, damn it. His cunning shoulder movement.
Yeah, he's
Oh, you dead? Oh. No,
he's Gyarados shuffle.
He's not dead.
Are the robes really that important when you have a parasite living inside you? Like, do the parasites have a sense of sort of ceremony, or is it that the sort of human component kind of creeping through still?
I really thought he was going to splurge face then.
Yeah, so did I, because normally, you get 3. One of them's got to have a friendly little head buddy.
Guess not. Guess there's more of a random element than we thought.
Do you suppose there's an internal prejudice?
And
like between people who have like more mature, developed head parasites and sort of like the little, the newbies?
Well, there's got to be something that decides it.
Yeah. I suppose they couldn't really have it as just the red dudes have the head emerging though, because then there's no shock or surprise. Keep trying, buddy. I'm sure you can T-1000 your way through that anytime, so.
Oh, no, we can't kick through the gate.
That'll save me!
Hey.
You see, black people just need to learn how to do that. Fine.
That keeps happening.
That was great!
Okay, be dead, you asshole.
Achoo.
And the music's still going.
Yeah, I think there's guys on the other side. Like if you go through that door behind you.
Let's operate switch, as John Glames might say.
They're good. Switches are good for that. Run in and operate them. So what have you been playing? What have you been doing?
I've been trying to survive another dry July whoops. Where did you two spring from?
I think that guy's from Right Said Fred. And the other one's showing off the Reaper cosplay his mum made for him.
I'll show him deeply dippy. No, bugger shit. Boom, piss.
No.
Is it 2 of them?
Nope.
Yes, it's 2 of them.
Alright, well, Right.
Right.
Those are chases. I'd maybe flashbang though.
Yeah, I was just about to.
There we go.
Hey, that one's not dead.
Oh no, these are the...
Now it is.
Yeah. The one behind you might have... Yeah.
Yeah, here they come.
Alright, the parasite at your feet.
Oh, yeah.
Fire grenade!
Yeah, that's the plan.
Excellent.
Right. That'll sort that out.
Is it
See,
dry July? I thought it was like October. There are so many of these stupid things.
I mean, dry in terms of game releases.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, I wonder where the last one is. I wonder what cunning subterfuge he could be employing. Door in face!
It's locked, remember.
I said door in face! Door in face!
One more, come on. Alright, no, you have to... Oh, yeah, you'd have to go around.
I think you can only kick it open if there's padlocks on the side.
Fine, yeah.
That you
When
kick
you have to
in.
destroy the padlock.
Counterintuitive, really. It's physics-wise. Hey,
All these doors are dual-hinged. Eat a dick, Cobra Commander.
Now you register a headshot. No, couldn't get a nice kick in. Yes, I've been playing quite a few indie... Ooh, blimey. Someone wanted to get my attention.
And they got it. All those were just like, those were flaming love letters that he was shooting at you. Oh,
good thing I backed.
skin of your perfect teeth there, Leon.
Ow! In my face. Ah!
And yes,
No.
you can't explode their heads.
Yeah, I know. He's got a hat on.
That's
How cunning.
OHS. You know, that's that guy read the memo.
So
You've probably got space to take that rocket launcher down there.
Yeah, that's partly why I wanted to clean my inventory up. Didn't want to waste too much time on the record doing it. Because
Method to your madness.
we of course get a free rocket launcher at this point in the game.
Yep. Single use, but they do a buggery fuckload of damage.
Yes, and as Gabriel can attest, buggery fucks do quite a lot of damage.
Yeah, dude, you don't want to get a Fisher.
What have I been playing this week? Well,
Indies.
Yes, quite a lot of indies on Steam. I played a game called Fury, which I think you would like. It's reminiscent of No More Heroes, but with only boss fights and none of the in-betweeny stuff.
Huh.
And it's in the credits. It all out says that it's inspired by Shinji Mikami and Hideki Kamiya and all of that Japanese developer stable.
Neat. Is it what style of game?
It's
like, is it 3D?
hacky slashy, also shooty.
Is it a pixel? Because in my mind, it's a little pixel. It's an indie.
No. It's cell shaded, Devil May Cry style gameplay.
Does it improve on any of its influences at all, or are you reviewing it?
I think I might review it.
Okay.
But check it out because I think you might like it. It's take some influence from bullet hell shooters as well. It's almost a pure reflex skill game.
I will check that out. Do you?
I don't think we have anything we can. Oh, we got that one spin-on, I suppose.
Do you think that your decision not to review some games is a comment on them as well, or would you say that's...
Well, quite. I mean, all media is biased, even if it doesn't expressly state how someone should think, like most of the tabloids do. The choice of what stories to run and what facts from the stories to print reflects bias there.
Has that typewriter always said Amenhotep?
What?
I don't know, the typewriter has Amenhotep written on it, and I've never noticed that.
Where does it say Amenhotep?
Just wait.
Huh, so it does.
Yeah.
That sounds like the name of an Egyptian king.
Did you try upgrading any of your stuff? Oh, doesn't matter now.
I don't think we could. Hey, it's cutscene time.
Where were you? How do you come from behind?
Oh, he was getting a slap on the back.
Oh
no, it's the death of... I like Leon's little shuffle there. Whoa. Oh no, don't help him then. I mean, you've been fighting monsters all day, Leon.
Yeah.
You got a rocket launcher.
Like, we even fought a dude with kind of scorpiony bits on him. Like, we could probably... I mean, look, that's nothing, really. That's just, it's a bit of disinfectant. That's all you need.
What is going on with your John Thomas, Sadler?
This is why you circumcise.
It's a mess down there.
I love how he has a pulsating staff.
That's just his other willy. The one that snapped off.
Yeah, that's broke off. May as well keep it. I mean, It's hard hoofing around this, like, kind of weird Spanish mountainside.
So Lewis now has no heart anymore, and Leon's trying to figure out the field medical practice one does in these situations.
Hollow out a flash grenade.
Apparently you have to stick your hand in the hole and just sort of shuffle it about a bit.
Yeah, just squeeze. To the rhythm of another one bites the dust.
So Lewis was supposed to be bringing us the cure for our slightly unfortunate case of head parasite, but instead Sadler took that, and we've just been left with some pills, which will only subdue the
so
parasite.
They treat the
not
symptoms, they don't
kill
cure
it.
the disease.
Yes. It's like chemotherapy, but he gets to keep his manly locks.
My dad's had some new weird version of, like, chemotherapy done. It was actually called a gamma knife.
Fun. I guess you were right. I do get to play Ashley.
Yes.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah, they shot a gamma knife.
I mean, the worst parts of the game are when you're trying to escort Ashley. It's not so bad when you're playing as her.
Didn't they build on the Claire section of Res 2 for that?
Leon shows more emotion towards Lewis dying than he ever shows to Ashley dying. I just want to point that out.
I read a long time ago now, I think probably around 07, 06,
We're gonna need that.
huge fucking file on GameFAQs that was a whole long explanation of how Leon is gay.
I guess it's important to some people. I mean, I would have thought you wouldn't need a long explanation for that. You would need, like, one line. You need 2 words, his hair, and move on.
Yeah, no one beyond 1996 has that hair.
Yeah, I hear you, love.
Yeah.
2 more pots I didn't smash. Got to be thorough. We're going to need a bit of ammo for this next bit. I'll just walk over Lewis's corpse, his head.
Excuse me.
Don't mind me. Just grabbing this money. Great. What a great lot of use that was.
Nope.
Nope.
Not allowed.
What else have I been playing? I'm playing Fury. That was quite fun. I played a game called Necropolis, which was a sort of roguelike Dark Souls.
I'd use the pistol to get rid of the...
Yeah, I'm just preparing because some enemies are going to show up very soon.
Yeah, the bastards.
What? I thought you just had to shoot her in the middle bit. I didn't know you could actually shoot in between the bars.
Oh yeah, you gotta shoot the bars. Just shoot a girl in the stomach. I'll save you.
Apparently I should have used the scope.
If you want to, fuck it. I'm not going to backseat anymore. I'm just going to let you. I'm going to let Yahtzee. You'd have succeeded that if it weren't for me. That was my fault. That's
I would have done.
I gotta wear that poor girl's life now on my shoulders, like a mink coat of shame.
So Necropolis was a sort of roguelike Dark Souls. Again, sort of simple, cel-shady style graphics, and attempted a sense of humour that comes across as a little bit annoying at times. And it's all right to play idly, but it does get a bit boring, and it must be really poorly optimized because my computer keeps humming all the time I'm running it. The fan, I mean.
Yeah.
Right, let's try this again. Maybe I should rocket launch the bands off.
Yeah, you could probably get all 3 off with the rocket launcher.
That's
sensible ammo use, really. I mean,
right, let's do this properly. Oh, I forgot you need to do all 3 of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to waste ammo on that. Fuck it.
Okay, this one's not on me.
Just duck, love. Just be very careful. Wow, this is the hardest shot that I remember.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Jesus, Leon, how many coffees did you have this morning?
Go.
Yeah.
Whew!
And don't Oh, for God's sake. This is why nobody likes you, Ashley.
Ashley, honey.
I was talking to Salazar earlier. He doesn't like you either.
No.
He preferred...
Chief Mendez wasn't a fan. Creepy little trans Dewey.
What do you mean near-death experience? There's nothing near about that. At least the first time. Alright, let's get our rifle on.
I miss, like, the bonus playthrough where she's wearing the full suit of armor.
Where are they?
They're coming in from basically behind, yeah, so you gotta...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Whoopsie doodle. That's...
Well, she was in the way there.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's a really bad fucking angle.
Yeah. Right. 3rd time's a charm.
I believe in you. Do you think a codex system, like that of Mass Effect, is a good way for sci-fi fantasy universes to deliver information that would otherwise need to be shoehorned into dialogue or be irrelevant to the plot? From Bacon Shelf.
I question that any of it needs to be put across. I mean, all that really matters in a plot is what's happening in the moment-to-moment events of it.
What if it's like a sci-fi fantasy that requires a bit of world building?
Again, it doesn't really require that much. I mean, motivations of characters don't take a long time to bring across. I mean, let's take the Mass Effect as the example we've already been given. Something for Mass Effect. Well, you know how part of the backstory of that is that...
I've only played a little bit of 1. I've tried to get into it, I don't know.
Alright, well, part of the backstory is that the human race and Garrus's race were at war for a time.
Alright.
And, yeah, you could, give a list of dates and the names of the battles and stuff, but all you need to do to convey that in the plot is to have someone from Garrus's race just take one look at you and go, it's a human. And then 4 words, you've established it. Bam. You've established there's a bit of bad blood between the species.
That doesn't, that doesn't feel a little light to you? Like maybe.
Well, that's all you need for the drama.
Oh, yeah. But see, it's, in, like, wargaming and stuff, like 40k, it's always referred to as fluff text. Like, is it necessary to the game exactly? No, I do like it to be there, though, in a lot of situations. Like, I've been really enjoying reading all the little extra bits and pieces in Witcher 3.
It's not necessary for the drama. It might be necessary for people once they're invested, but you need the drama to invest them first.
Yeah, I'd say that's the key. You want the... there's less dudes there than I thought.
I think some more are going to show up because that door's locked. Oh, look, it's Mr. Scully Face. Yep, I'll just, oops.
Fucking gold glint Skeletor. Oh, hey. Ah, good shot. She's... to the right.
Where's she gone now? Oh, God's sake, not this again.
Just... Hey.
In the back of the leg.
The hammy. That's a bad place to get shot.
Achilles tendon.
Ugh.
Alright, I can hear another one somewhere.
Yeah. Just keep it on her, so the red dude's... There we go.
Oh, yes. Just everyone get in line. And you. Hey!
Oi.
The other guy died with one for the Achilles tendon, you asshole.
I got the key. I can get out.
Good job, Dumpling.
You've got the key, but do you have the secret? Hey!
Here we go.
Now we are playing as Ashley. And we're going to forage for our master, like a fucking dog.
I'd say what you want it to do is, you want, like you said, the little bit of drama, like maybe one of Garrus's race is racist toward humans. That provides the spark that should drive you toward the optional fluff text bits.
Yes. I mean, there are... Sometimes you might need a bit of backstory to explain a person's actions, but that's the only time when you need it. Like, just to pick an example we're all familiar with, in Game of Thrones. You need the backstory to explain why, for example, and just ignore my next sentence if you're weird about spoilers again, why Oberyn Martell agrees to champion Tyrion Lannister. You need a bit of backstory to explain that, but again, that's done in like 1 line. The only thing that matters is the actions of the characters with agency over the plot. I hope that answers your question. Oh.
There you go, bacon shelf. Do you put bacon on the shelf, or is the shelf itself made from bacon? I guess we'll never know.
No, we will never know. Now, I can chuck stuff, can't I?
Yes, you can. You can probably get him from there.
Eh.
I think 2 actually does kill him. Oh. Because you have to turn the thing, so...
Oh, yeah.
You can do it.
Is this too near? I feel like this is too near. Well, I guess not. Oh, don't lose much health for that, anyway.
She's surprisingly fireproof for a becardiganed young lady.
Well, that's because she's incredibly stupid and has asbestos instead of a brain. Now, where's the thing we turn?
Cannon.
Oh, yes, it's over there.
Yep. Is there such a thing as a victimless crime from Evidently True?
Public nudity?
Well, sodomy has been illegal, and that's fucking victimless.
Pretty much all victimless crimes are the ones that are rooted in...
bizarre prejudices.
In religion, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's only like that sort of moralizing that makes nudity a taboo at all in our culture. Plenty of cultures don't have a nudity taboo.
Yeah, small, tiny kind of...
Yeah.
Well, they have their own taboos, though. Like, they have rules about...
I guess.
where you gotta put things, and some cultures have, like, bits you gotta put into your schlong, and stuff you gotta cover your odds with, like...
Yeah.
Churn the butter, little girl. Churn the butter.
Yeah, and get them thighs in action.
Yeah, it's
Where's he gone?
good to lose some of that arm
There
chub.
he is. Right. Have some more of that.
God, I love
mister.
that auto targets. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been a victim of two dudes butt fucking.
Just imagine it's Leon's cock.
That's probably how she thinks a hand job works
Yeah.
too.
Wee, wee, wee.
Just turn round and
Whirl
around.
whirl it around like a fucking salad spinner. Wee, wee. What's down here?
Fuck.
Is this where we're supposed to go, or is the other door where we're supposed to go?
I can't remember. Just do both.
I'll go in the one with the white text.
This will be stuff. There'll be something in here that's worth.
Aha! A thing.
Knowing that Sir Senior Ramon Salazar had no family, Lord Sadler must have used his strong faith in the Los Illuminados to his advantage to talk Senior Salazar into undoing the seal of the last plague as once done by his ancestor.
Not continuing that one.
Yeah, it looked like it was hurting you.
I'll shoot for David Attenborough.
Senior Salazar would never do such a thing unless he was in some way being used unknowingly. I should have sensed the Lord's dirty scheme sooner. I feel I'm partly responsible for all of this. In a dance as old as time.
I have no idea. Blah-de, 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 blah. Let's kill things. Or do puzzles.
Puzzles.
I guess that's all we're
Kill
good
some
for.
fucking puzzles.
There's
No,
a
I think
thing
you might
over
need
there.
Leon for this. Actually,
No,
feels like a Leon.
I think you're wrong there. Yes, we need a thing to put in this round hole. Oh, I
square
guess you're
peg.
right. I guess we do need Leon.
Can some of those drawers?
I'm
be
just
opened?
kidding. Leon doesn't have a cock.
It's just a.
Where were you holding that, love? Actually, I'm not sure I want to know. Probably still drips with rank pussy juice. Alright, not going that way. I also played this week a game called Song of the Deep, which is by...
About rank pussy juice?
No, but I'm reminded of it because it had a female main character.
It's important, like, you gotta give female characters depth. That's why you always describe the rankness of their pussy juice.
Yes, and there's no depth quite like a nice, deep
Dank.
twat. Yeah, Song of the Deep is by Insomniac Games, of all people.
What did they do? That rings a bell.
They are a AAA developer normally, and Song of the Deep is a 2D Metroidvania thing about a small child in a scary world. Very, very much an indie sort of
I
thing.
think you can push that thing, that shelving. That looks
thing?
pushable.
Oh yeah,
No. There's
to reveal a thing. That's right. Couldn't quite remember this bit. This is what gets a little bit more Resident Evil-y, I guess. So yes, Song of the Deep is by Insomniac Games, who also brought us the Resistance series. I think they did Sunset Overdrive as well. And they also did Fuse, which was bloody awful. So as a developer, they've had their ups and downs in my eyes.
Well,
Goods and bads.
I think it's good for like a big developer to maybe, just go back and do some smaller scale stuff.
I don't know if it is. I think they should leave that to the indies, the struggling ones, the ones that need the indie appeal and the money. Alright, I remember this. Got to be careful.
Do you, Yahtzee? Isn't there a door to your right? Nope.
Nope. It looks
Just
like one,
bricks.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's just how it likes to fuck with you.
You get a quick time event.
Yeah, I know. I'm still keeping ready for it.
Cat-like prepared.
Where are they? Is it at this point, or is it as you're coming back?
I think it's coming back. Because you have to get the thing, and then they go, oh, someone took our item.
Yes. What a bitch.
Yeah.
Aha.
The slidey puzzle. There you go.
Yeah, I suppose that's all
All right.
very well.
Come on, Captain Rubik.
Oh, was that it? That was easy as pants.
I don't remember it being that fucking simple.
Well, let's not forget I'm much smarter than you.
Well, no, but I've looked at FAQs for it. So I like, it used to have a lot more than just click the ones around the edge. These fellas look fine.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't spring to life or
I
anything.
can't remember. What, are they meant to be like just lone parasites just hanging out in there? Probably confused. Open.
Yeah, I know. I'm just checking if this was the thing that makes them come alive or not. But no, it's just a bangle. Alright, let's get this over with.
E.
Oh no!
Less A.
So they won't let you out until you take this, I guess. We can't
Or put the other thing back.
Aha.
Oh, no, you can't, because it
No, you
rotates
can't.
around.
Can't continue without.
That is a weird door. You shan't leave until you steal absolutely everything.
No.
Oh.
Bugger flaps. I hope you've got your bugger flaps ready. Ugh.
Meet us. Alright, come on.
I
Just,
can't remember
you
what I'm
can
supposed to do
Just
now.
Sprint past him.
Yeah, I figured, but...
Hello.
Not that way, we're not.
That's good. You got him distracted. Yep, there you go. There's the door. Good
Leg
boy.
it!
Left, yep.
I know.
That's
Okay,
it. You once
this is-
described how video games can be judged by 3 attributes: context, catharsis, and challenge. Do you think this model can be adapted to other forms of narrative entertainment like movies, TV shows,
Alright.
and books? From Ben the...
Ugh.
Ben the I. Ben the...
Well, yes, my
It feels like you read that in a book.
my three-leg... It was from a column. My three-leg theory of game design is that games have... The appeal of a game is made up of context, challenge, and catharsis. Context being, story and stuff. And every game has some degree of context. Even Space Invaders has context. The fact that you're fighting things that look like space monsters is the context.
Tetris?
Well, that's got a little bit of context, because there's all this... there's a specific art style going into the things around it.
Tets to be wrist.
All this Russian stuff. Challenge, of course, is challenge. But catharsis... And I need to be clear about catharsis, because while you can find catharsis in context, in finding a good story, and you can get catharsis from passing a
Completing a
decent
challenge.
challenge, catharsis refers to the other stuff that doesn't really fit comfortably into the other two. Like, for example, let's take this game we're playing. If you shoot a big crowd of zombies with your shotgun, that's fun. But there's no context or challenge to it. That's what I mean when I talk about catharsis, the aspect of a game that's basically viscerally fun.
The thing that's tickling the animal inside.
Yes, it's the id. The thing that makes the id respond. So, could those be adapted to other forms of narrative entertainment? Well,
Why?
the reason why I need the three-leg theory for games is because games are quite a disparate medium that's split between them. And the point behind the theory, the point I'm making with the theory is that you have to have all 3 legs, but the weight is distributed across them. So if one leg is weak, if there's strength in the other legs, then it can make up for it. Like, there's plenty of stories with really good story, but not so good other stuff. But I'm not sure it applies to media that don't have several elements working in tandem, though, the way video games do. I suppose you could say a plot can be challenging.
Well, that and there's literally, like, if you are looking for, theoretical constructs for TV shows, movies, and books, those already exist
I guess.
by the fucking truckload. Go read. Okay, Yahtzee works with video games. If you want to know movies, TV shows, and books, go read. There is...
Yeah, just read whatever. Read back issues of Playboy. It doesn't matter what you read.
Well, I mean, no, in terms of, like, books have a insanely long critical theoretical history.
Well,
So,
quite.
TV shows and books now getting up on, like, 50 and 70 odd years.
Oh,
each.
thanks, Ashley. It's just what I wanted.
And yeah, games are very odd. They don't, you can't, I think you have to take it. Oh, you can.
Yes, you can. So eat it.
Play the fucking, I've got the GameCube version sitting around. I'm gonna see if there's differences.
Hey, I can see a cheeky gun poking out behind this. I better put the first aid spray to the far right, so it's separate from the other things.
Because, I mean, movies can have, like, that kind of visceral content, but games are directly interactive and can also sort of, you know, like a sports game is way different to... A sports game to a sport is different to a sports movie to a sport.
Well, yes. I mean...
And that variable, that directly interactive variable creates a much broader, that disparate thing of, like, what actually is a game.
Oh, I'm feeling the taste of waffle in my mouth. Oh, I haven't finished telling you about all the lovely indie games I've played this week. These metaphors are getting a bit mixed, if you ask me. And then, now they're just trying to out-analogy each other.
I don't ever remember. No, I'm not.
I played another game this week called 20XDX.
I think I've seen
I've
that
heard of it for a while, but I didn't play it. I only played it this week because the Red Letter Media guys did a video about it, because it's still on early access, and I make it a rule now that I don't review early access because it's...
I think this is where you want to go back, because you can use Ashley to get the...
Yes, we can use Ashley to get the broken butterfly.
Yeah.
That means I don't have to fight anything for a while. Yee.
Well, then we have a shotgun. Hello.
Hello. Anything more to sell?
Check the tune-up.
Oh, it doesn't say list updated. Oh no. Well, I just reloaded, so let's not capacity it up.
What aspects of games makes them control better with a keyboard and mouse or a controller? From Awesome Gamer of Mystery.
First person keyboard and mouse. That's it.
Yeah, that's...
I can't play third person games with mouse and keyboard anymore. It just feels so wrong. Because the point of rotation is so...
separate from where the actual... It doesn't... like... Mouse keyboard doesn't help aim in third person. I hear people who play like fucking Dark Souls like that, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, don't know how they manage it.
Fucking weird.
Might as well capacity the shotgun. But there's plenty of games that are first person without strictly being a first person shooter. Like a top-down RTS, you're viewing it from the first person of the commander of the battlefield. So I'd say...
that's kind of an interpretation. I mean, the actual angle would be like it's a...
But it's still better to have mouse and keyboard for that sort of thing than it is to have a controller.
Well, yeah, because you're doing the sweeps. You're clicking the drag.
Yeah. Chasing the drag gone. Hey! Where'd you guys spring from? Well, you can spring right the fuck back there.
Surprise enemies is how you know there's something back here you may want.
Ah, yeah.
Oi.
Thank you, Game Design 101. Nah, fuck it. Hey, you're not dead. I'm gonna slice up your bum. Slice your bum. I'm gonna make luncheon meat of your sitting muscles.
Gabriel, yes. If you had to design both you and Yahtzee add fighting game, okay.
I think
as
he means
fighting game characters.
as fighting game characters.
It doesn't matter which one you pick. This is confusingly worded. What kind of style would you imagine you two using? Oh.
Hey, I'm over here. Trick shot. I'm going to shoot you and the vase behind you. Oh no!
Fatten a paw.
Oh hey! Somehow that worked.
I basically make Yahtzee a lot like Phoenix Wright in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh hey! He was the joke character, wasn't
he? Yes. But remarkably effective once you got he's one of those characters that if you hit with a certain number of moves and buff him a little bit, he becomes like fucking war. Like his level 3 super just made him fucking ridiculously dangerous, but his basic sort of starting moves were just so poor that it was sort of not worth the hassle.
So that would be me, would it? Someone who shouts at someone?
Yes.
How would that make use of my long reach and grip strength?
Well, that would be like, you know, the other... You wouldn't have... Because Phoenix Wright had, like, little sort of summon characters he could use aside from the assists.
Oh, yes.
You wouldn't have those, but to make up for it, you'd have a bit more... you'd have good jab range. So you could get your combos started.
Okay. What about you?
Grappler. Probably less Zangief, a little closer to Alex. Like, I'd take off some of Geef's light pile driver range.
Geef, is it?
Yeah.
Like your friends
He is
now.
my friend, yeah. You bring, like, you make that asinine point every fucking thing.
Hey,
it's just fucking stupid.
Did we go in here?
I don't think we've been in this room. I think this is, yeah, see, this is... Get the barrels and shit. This is taking us back to where the
Yes.
broken butterfly and shit is.
See, now she gets out of the way. See that?
She's so good.
Straight out of my knife range.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, right into snake range.
Oh, bugger.
It must die.
Stops doing it for long enough that you forget it happens. You're lucky I got so many of these.
Alright, let's just... okay,
right,
there we go.
Now he's dead.
Hey,
And now a free eggy weg.
that was worth it. There's other shit in that room, I think, still.
Was there?
Yeah, I'm nearly certain there was something. There you go.
There was one box.
The ammo you get back for shooting the snake. It
Hey!
all universe in harmony.
That must be good design. Probably.
Yeah, so that'd be a little more Zangief. I'd probably...
Yes.
I was just trying to work out if you were going the right way.
I think so.
Yeah, Geefy. With a little bit of Alex, so...
What about that Turkish bloke with the slippery bum?
Hakan.
Yes.
Um,
No, I beg to
this
differ,
is the
Leon.
wrong way. If you go back and turn left. So maybe like a dash attack or something to get in a little quicker, and as a trade out for the sort of great range that Zangief's
Ah, yes, I remember where we are now.
light pile driver has.
Where's this window open?
So you can look.
Nothing to look at.
No, the castle. It's probably, you probably put a bunch of fucking archers there at one point in history.
I'll put a bunch of archers in you.
Okay.
They don't put archers in
Is
front
that
of
what you
huge...
call your sperm?
They don't put archers in front of massive windows. They put them behind crenels and murder holes.
I like how you had the technical term and then it's just like, fuck it, murder hole.
Yes, that was the idea.
Piggyback.
Okay, now it says I can piggyback. Leon had to let the cogwheels turn in his brain before he would let you do that.
Yeah, let's see. Jim of Mogworld and Travis of Jam seem to be on opposite ends of the spectrum, the former being thrust into the role of hero and rejecting the position, the latter desperate to be a hero of his story and being rejected from that role by the characters around him. Was this an intentional dichotomy, and if so, what inspired you to explore this idea? From Rakus.
Well, I never sort of consciously decide on the theme of my books going in. I just sort of write them and then figure it out once they're done. But what I've found in a lot of my works is that I tend to be very cynical about the concept of inherent heroism, which is something I expressed in both those books and in my third book coming out, which is about a former hero who has fallen on hard times and become cynical with the concept of heroism. And Mogworld was about... ultimately, I think Mogworld's theme was characters trying to escape from the role they have been assigned in life. And because
You want to be a hero, you want to be a protagonist.
Well, originally he was just like Jim, the main character of Mogworld, was a low-level monster in a dungeon. And the main villain was just like a healing NPC that the players of the game wouldn't look at twice. But their arc was to transcend the roles they had been given.
That actually sounds more interesting.
Later on, Jim...
Other way.
Later on, other characters were trying to assign the role of hero to Jim, and he rejected it. So yes, it's about rejecting the roles you have in life. And in Mogworld, which was about a crafted, created world, and becoming aware of it, that becomes slightly more profound, I guess. It's because people in that world actually knew they had been assigned a role, rather than in the real world where there's uncertainty. I suppose it's reading a lot of Terry
It wasn't
Pratchett.
intentional.
Well, where is she then?
She's coming. Follow me. Just heard a door kick open. Come on. Come on. Yeah, where'd you leave her?
I don't know. I don't want to kick this door open in case it goes right in her face.
Huh.
Where were
okay.
you?
Just pinching off a quick squat.
Off looking for the hairdresser. Well,
Gotta pee sometime, man.
Alright, we've got our lovely broken butterfly, which is the Magnum.
Yeah.
So that's very handy situational weapon if you need a lot of damage delivered to a small area very fast.
Whatever the next boss is probably a bit rooted. Because we got the rocket launcher and the Magnum.
Yeah.
I think it's the wrong way again.
It's because I have to talk to you. I lose all my sense of direction.
Uh-huh.
There's a door in the cage room.
Yeah.
That is progress, I think.
Check the map.
That probably wouldn't help.
What episode from your favorite TV show would you recommend to someone if you were trying to get them to enjoy it? From McElroy, a.k.a. Stitch.
What's your favorite TV show?
I was going to let you answer first.
I'm not sure if I'd say Red Dwarf was my favorite now. It was my favorite growing up.
I haven't seen the recent sort of, kind of entrances into it, so...
Could have been better, could have been worse. But,
That's not a ringing endorsement.
I guess if I was trying to get someone into Red Dwarf for whatever reason, although I kind of hate that whole trying to get someone into something, like you need validation for everything you like. Because there's nothing more obnoxious than someone watching you the whole time you're watching something saying, please like this thing, and then
Are you trying to get them to watch it because you think they might enjoy it, or because you want to know you enjoy it? I'd take it as read that you're trying to sell something to somebody who probably would like it. You believe that they'd actually really enjoy it.
Marooned from Series 3 of Red Dwarf. It's a nice bottle episode, plays with the characters a bit, gets you brings across all the frustration and comedy of these people's lives.
Okay, I think all the good episodes of Doctor Who don't actually really sell what Doctor Who generally is. Probably leave that one.
Smash. And smash.
I think the first episode of Archer is a really good sort of ad for what Archer is. Like, a lot of the time, you kind of... Like, there's a few situations where I think the characters, a lot of the characters haven't actually grown into themselves there yet, but,
I'm sure she'll be fine.
Okay. Like Pam and Krieger. Krieger doesn't even have a speaking role in the intro, but I mean, a lot of what makes Archer great is in their first episode.
Hey, it's Bowser's Castle. It literally is. And this is the third piece of the thing we need to put in the door to do the thing.
Yeah, I gotta make a fucking... What monster is it?
Now, of course,
Griffin.
if convection were a thing in this universe, we would all be fucking dead right now. This is what you're supposed to do, right?
Yes.
Shoot the things.
Yeah, I think they just take a bit of damage.
Alright, well, we know what to do then.
Yeah. Well,
that'll do it. Hey, a red chest. I guess that's rarer. That's got the...
I think the blue chests are rare, the red
the
ones
epic loot.
Red ones just have some nice stuff.
Is there another dragon thing? I seem to remember there being another one. Ah ha ha ha!
Fuck it off.
I
don't know if it's activated yet. That looks like...
Guess not.
Because I think the little things that hold them collectively take a sort of X amount of damage to actually knock them down.
I will steal all your gold. Ho he ho he ho.
I'm Grifty Kennedy, and I'll steal all your money. Oh.
Oops, wrong button. I'm used to A being jump in all things.
Yeah, I know what you mean, like... If you were running a Game Awards event, how would you curate such a thing? Would you treat all comers the same, or would you attempt to be more niche and champion the indie guy/gal? From Mr. Chris Green. Woo!
Why aren't I dead?
Doesn't matter,
Why
run.
am I not dead? Why am I not dead? Why am I not dead, Daddy?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, bugger.
Okay, bust out the rifle. Yeah, don't run into the fire.
Yeah, thanks for the advice.
Alright. This seems like a point of some safety. Not a lot, but... Alright, Yeah, okay,
Don't worry, I had it all in hand. Right. Now let's see if I can rifle it up. Oh, bum.
I was gonna say, because they do spawn. I'd heal. Okay, I think you may as well use one of the big ones to get your health back.
No, I shan't.
Okay.
I do not feel there is urgency at present.
I'm pretty sure these guys just keep spawning until you get rid of the dragons.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, so what would well, you've already said you want to do something a little bit like the, you know, a kind of bespoke award show where things are made for it. You know, you might have like a 1 year contest
Yeah, I guess.
or something.
That's I guess that's kind of like the 48-hour contest writ big, isn't it?
I think that'd be... Is there anything like that? Like, you'd know, wouldn't you? Like, the kind of...
I don't think so.
I don't think those 48-hour ones are really all that interesting to me. I'd like... Oh,
whoopsie doodle. Okay, now I will heal. See, I was smart to wait. Because that was had greater value.
That was an absolute tactical decision.
I'm going to break out the BB. Just for larks.
Please stop.
What's the point of having it if you can't have a laugh now and again?
What are you doing?
Alright, so how do we...
Fucking hit the goddamn prongs.
Okay, that doesn't work, it turns out.
Shoot left on the left-hand side there. Just... Because there's one behind you as well. Up. What's your favorite co-op game? What do you think makes a co-op game good? From Bebop Man.
You answer this, I'm trying to figure this out.
I mean, a good old-fashioned brawler. A lot of brawlers, I think, are good co-op games, just because, you know, you're basically two people doing the same thing at the same time. And the basic mechanics of it. I think brawlers have a good, fun, just sort of natural mechanics to them. Gotta probably think about what makes them bad. I think shared health sucks meaty bung. I mean, I think there's probably balance issues. Like, you can look to Resident Evil 5 as being a not great co-op game, but I mean, if you got two people of relatively similar skill, then it, you know, it kind of works out. And I suppose, do you want a co-op game to require two people of the same skill level, or do you think it should be good for... a player to be able to carry somebody else?
Okay, now that works.
I think a player should be able to carry someone else.
I got confused, because I remembered when I used to play this, I'd always do this by shooting the guy in the dragon. Which works just as well. And when the...
Get that guy.
When the chains weren't...
Dragon to the right.
Yeah, I know. Can't hit me. And when the chains weren't responding to the first shot...
Killing him brings another red chest up.
I thought I must have been doing it wrong. Oh, who needs money?
What if you got paid in bitcoins?
That's still a thing.
Yeah.
Yes, what was the question?
What's your favorite co-op game?
Well, I've always found for the longest time, whenever I was in a co-op-y, casual, friendly situation and we wanted something quick to play that we could all get into fast and have fun with, we'd always end up playing Castle Crashers.
Yeah, so a brawler.
I guess so.
Yeah.
but that's quite a funny brawler. And the reason why that one works in a social situation is that there's always at least one person who hasn't played it, and there's lots of fun things to show them in it. Is there a capacity upgrade ready for this gun?
I don't know.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, that can be a mystery for us to solve. Yeah, I'd go brawlers just because I really enjoy brawlers.
Alright. I quite like playing Guitar Hero as well.
Yeah, I completely forgot about the rhythm games. Just like the games industry.
But is it better to play co-op or competitive, I wonder? I do.
I'd say co-op, especially because like that game has like different settings, so you can have like you're really good at guitar, so you can have your guitar an expert.
Well, it's been a while.
Well, yeah, but still, you know, I'm kind of adequate at it, so I'd maybe have mine on hard, and then you get someone who's never played it before, and they can play drums on easy.
Now for an awkward conversation as we ride the tunnel of love.
Long awkward chat, staring at each other, sitting opposite each other too, like not doing the sort of staggered thing that you're meant to do in that situation. It's creepy, Leon.
If you say so. There wasn't really anything they could do but sit opposite each other. Opposite or right next to each other.
Well, no, but it's a two-seater each side, so the idea is you sit not directly
not
facing the other
fainting
person.
damsels. We're trying to keep her safe. We want to reassure her by letting her see our face at all times.
So your knees don't bump. How long have we been doing this?
50 minutes.
Huh. What do you think of the YouTube video on the subreddit of Gabriel eating a spoonful of Powerade from Scottcraft?
What were you doing eating a spoonful of Powerade?
I mentioned I was thirsty to Aaron. He said, I've got Powerade. I was like, oh, that sounds okay, I'll have a little bit of Powerade. But it was like that weird kind of, like the stuff that comes in a tub and it's a powder.
Yes.
And then he just
like
said, I dare you to...
for jocks.
And he just said, I dare you to eat a spoonful of it.
So this started with you being thirsty and ended with you eating a load of powder.
Well, yeah, but it's like powdered electrolytes. Like, once I drank the water afterward, it was okay.
That's not the traditional way one does that, I don't think.
Well, no, that's why it's a dare. I dare you to drink this cup of made Powerade isn't really much of a dare.
Hey! We just had fun and now we get to have fun again. How many castles has this dude got?
That's 4, including the one we're in.
Yeah. And wasn't the way you could fit that many in not Spain.
Global financial crisis didn't hit this guy.
Apparently not.
Invest in parasites.
And he's got gold coming out of his dragons.
Yeah. Parasite market never drops. It's kind of like long-term government bonds.
I made a video eating a spoonful of mustard once on a dare. That was the...
I gotta find that. I haven't seen that.
That was the final conclusion of the uncivil war between me and Jim Sterling.
What variety of mustard was it?
It was English mustard.
Oh, so actually hot English mustard. You didn't puss out and go French or Dijon or...
The fuck no, man. For this, we had to maintain the spirit of the dare.
Good. Yeah, well, see, that's
I had to be punished for my failure.
You did.
It came down to the wire. We were 9 games apiece.
Collusion.
Oh, hello. This looks like it could go horribly wrong.
Probably no poison gas in here.
This is part of the game where my memory seems to be failing me a lot, it turns out. Yes, we need to push knights around.
And then stand on the ones that don't have knights.
Naturally. And then something will try to kill us.
Always.
Almost certainly. Right, let's get to it then.
Scroll down the questions a bit. Yeah. I know life's such an unrelenting chore.
Wow, I've just got flash grenades up the arse right now, haven't I? Which sounds very painful.
That'll come in handy.
Yeah.
You can kill the Las Plagas by mooning them.
No,
a glorious shaft of light will...
No, I couldn't. Don't be stupid.
Tear from your cheeks. Yahtzee, you both talked about and played Half-Life, but haven't that, I recall, mentioned any of its expansions. What are your thoughts on them? From Ross the Boss to Zero.
The expansions.
I haven't played any of them. So
well, they're not canon anymore, are they?
Are they?
No, I mean, Opposing Force ends with Black Mesa getting nuked.
Ah.
And we kind of know that didn't happen.
I think you've lived long enough.
Well, shoot him then.
Fucking dude can, like, dodge knives and bullets and shit, and then there's, shoot a dwarf. Nope.
This always happens in Resident Evil. They go into a room with a villain, and the villain goes, ha ha ha, you cannot stop me, and then just leaves.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, we've got like 50 bloody
Get his lucky
guns.
charms. Alright, well, that's...
Must shoot things. Yes, the expansions were Opposing Force and Blue Shift.
Were they ever canon, or were they just fan-made things?
I think actually there weren't so much fan-made as officially licensed expansions made by...
Other devs.
Yeah, they were made
was
by...
that Gearbox?
Yes, it was. It was Gearbox's... I think it was their first job.
Huh.
I don't know of anything they did before then. But Gearbox made Opposing Force and Blue Shift. Blue Shift and the co-op campaign Decay were made for the PlayStation and Dreamcast version, if memory serves. But I think you could... Oh, it happened again.
The
Oh,
Gwendlore!
oh, get that bit from Labyrinth.
I think it was called the Gwendlore or some shit.
Sit.
Sniper's rifle home slice.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm forgetting a lot of this game.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're dead. And you're dead.
How did the... Never mind.
Don't question it. Don't question it. It's just crazy trap castle.
Fwibbida.
My God, you're beautiful. If we weren't about to be killed by a giant mincing machine, and I weren't gay,
Turbo gay.
was all this stuff here before?
Have you been in here before?
I guess this is where we just came in. Aha, the Queen's Grail. We need that. It's puzzles again.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think it is seen as a pinnacle of a franchise, be it computer game, book, TV show, or whatever, to be made into a film? From Inquisitor GoldenEye.
I don't know. This was another subject of a column I did once.
Who thinks that's the pinnacle?
Well, whenever anyone says they're making a film out of such and such, people seem to go, oh, that could be good. Almost like clockwork. Because there's this association between Hollywood and high fashion glamour and wealth, I suppose.
Well, I mean, I suppose if you budget per time, the amount of money per time is probably films is at the top.
That took 4 kicks.
You've been through there. To the left. There you go.
You're back seating again.
Yeah. Couldn't help it.
Anyway, you said
Fucking
the wrong...
dragons drove me insane.
You said the thing wrong. You said the wrong thing there. You said to the left when the door was to the right. So, no.
You turned around and the door was on your left.
Not that way. No, the door... When you said on your left, the door was on my right. I think I would remember a thing like that. And immediately hold it against you.
Well, you have to hold something against somebody, I suppose. There's paperback on that table.
Was there?
Yes. And some stuff over to the right.
You're back seating still.
Can't help it. No.
I'll talk to the nice people listening.
Hello. Aren't you nice? Look at you. I bet you're handsome and successful.
That's a bit petty.
Take off your top.
That's a bit petty, Legions of Salazar. Throwing darts at a,
That
at
really
a dead
is.
man's picture.
They play darts, though. They have were they hanging out? What were they chatting about?
They talk broken Spanish. They've obviously got some wits to them.
Speaking some shit. Well, yeah, but they all seem to be working a lot. Like, I haven't seen, really recreational, There's...
Well,
we
they got to
haven't
do.
stumbled upon a parasite bingo hall.
They got to do something while we're not.
Is there a dartboard even in here?
Now that you mention it,
I
I guess not.
Similar thing, there's kind of a hierarchy in creative things as a result of seniority. So, books to sort of, theater to film to television, and then, video games, because it's the newest, is at the bottom at the moment. The hierarchy is irrelevant, it's just made up, so it just really doesn't matter.
Aha. More shooting range.
Sweet. What are your predictions for No Man's Sky? How do you think it will be received? From Master Saturday. I don't know.
That might be alright. They seem to have gone a bit quiet about it, though. I mean, it's coming out next month. But I haven't been hearing much about it. I wonder if the publishers
You just
think
say
it
might be
have,
good.
suspect it might have been overhyped a little bit.
I think you can just sell some of this stuff raw.
Yeah, we definitely can. I think if he says, I'll buy it at a high price, it's definitely as expensive as it's ever going to get. Except for in that one. Yeah,
It'll be this generation's spore. It'll be shit. You're all stupid for liking it.
I'm gonna check it out, obviously. I suspect they're going for the Minecraft thing.
Yeah, I was gonna... It seems like something that is outside of your usual wheelhouse. Is it online? Like, is it a shared universe, or is
I
everyone...
think it is, yeah. And you can, like, discover planets and name themselves after you, I seem to recall hearing.
That's gonna end well. Hitler did no. Look, it's a planet Hitler did nothing wrong, you faggot.
Well...
They'll probably have some kind of system to prevent that.
That's what you have to... That's the kind of thing you have to expect, I suppose. You can either worry about it your whole life, or just let people use their creativity. It's only a taboo because we tell them not to. We let them do it, they'll all get bored and realise how silly they've been.
There'll probably be like 2 Hitler planets, and then the sort of internal culture the thing develops to be like, okay, stop.
Yeah, I mean, the ideal thing is
Are you
to...
going to go into a shooting range, or are you going to just scoot along?
Is to self-regulate, I suppose.
How do you feel about canned laughter? From Self-Audio! Terrible.
Well, people are really against it these days because there are a lot of comedy shows that don't use it. I think I'm right in saying you and I grew up watching a lot of shows that had it.
Yeah, it stands out when I go back to some of these shows, and I think particularly some shows don't fucking need it, and it does hurt them. Like a lot of like Black Books and British comedies too. British comedies that are good have laugh tracks, and it's just like, yeah.
Game B. Fuck it.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Adequate. Is that?
Get out of the way, Ashley, love.
Nazi? No.
I thought she'd drop eventually.
Is shooting that fucking bee thing over there do something?
I think so.
Nope.
Oh, there's bees now. Bees! Nicolas Cage reference.
That is a great, like, just fuck-awful movie to watch, the remake of Wicker Man. Like, any movie that has an adult male bat-kick Lee Sobieski in the stomach gets some fucking points for being interesting.
Well, as long as she deserves it.
She did, she really had it coming. Ding, 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 ding. That's the opposite of what she does in the game.
Yeah,
Shooting gallery.
I question this, merchant man.
Yeah, that's a real mischaracterization of Ashley.
Yay, I got a prize.
2 prizes.
Yeah, let's look at the prizes I won. I don't mind canned laughter, if I'm honest.
Really?
I've played a lot of, I've liked a lot of sitcoms that have it. And sometimes it feels like you're joining in on a big laugh. It's good to, like, emphasize things.
There are a lot of comedies I like that do have canned laughter. I'm sort of glad that it's dead now, though, or dying at least.
I was at a taping of Red Dwarf once and provided some of the laughter.
Really? I didn't know that. When was that? Which season was that for?
Season 8, the shitty one.
Which one was... What were the episodes in Season 8? Was that the...
Where's my prizes?
You don't get any. You have to talk to him, I think.
Do I?
Yeah. Because you're still holding the fucking...
Oh, that's right.
There we go.
How embarrassing.
Which episode of Season 8? Or did they sort of shoot a couple and...
It was the 3rd episode, I think. Cassandra. Yay! We got Mr... What's his name? Dr. Salvador. Well, he was always the most erudite fellow.
It's the only doctor with excellent handwriting.
What does this one say? I don't know what that means. I think it means, could you stop shining that light in my face?
It's awfully bright, sir. It's unnecessary.
Maybe he's like wiping the sweat off his brow. Oh, I've had a hard day pitchforking babies.
Why do you like the story of Undertale if it shares several of the JRPG tropes you dislike? Characters using the power of friendship to kill God, from Dude 902.
Well, don't get me wrong, Dude 902. When I reference cliched tropes, I'm not necessarily saying that a game is bad purely for having used them. I mean,
A trope is a trope, you're dope, you're dope.
the cliched trope I'm always bringing up is the large-headed child in a scary world. But that doesn't mean every game that does that is bad. Limbo does it, it's really good. Bastion, Braid, they're all good games. They all use that trope. That doesn't make them bad.
I think this person's just upset that you dislike JRPGs.
Well, I do, but the example you cite, it does have characters using the power of friendship to kill God, but it does actually feel earned in that game, because the characters are all quite deep.
And it plays with and inverts some of the elements of that storyline.
And their friendship is something that's established across the story, and you actually feel invested in it. It's not like Earthbound, where the characters use which is a great game, but the characters use the power of friendship to kill God, and they never really interact as friends. You never really see them become friends. They just sort of show up and fall into line as part of your party of adventurers.
There's just a big stamp that says, friend.
Yes, but Undertale goes out of the way to establish that all the characters are your friend.
So it's almost like an arc. You start somewhere and you end somewhere else, and the process of the game takes you across this journey.
And the villainous god figure is very thoroughly established as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like Final Fantasy IX, where the end boss is just, a big monster we found.
Is it really that? Like, they don't have a villain over the course of the game?
So I've heard. I never played it myself. There is a villain, but after you defeat him, they just go, here's a huge god boss monster thing we found as well for you to fight.
Huh. I might look that up. That sounds funny.
Well, I've saved like 3 times now, because I'm just kind of fiddling about at the end of the video. But yes, we've got quite a few things done there. Got 2 more bottle caps. Got through that bloody Control Ashley segment.
I think you did that marvelously. Fucking ran me.
Fine.
Ran through that.
Yes. And we got the Queen's Grail. Which is great. And I think you'll be getting the King's Grail next time. So, I leave you with...
a lampshade.
Yes, a lamp. Or a joke, perhaps. What's long, hard, and contains cum?
I don't know.
A cucumber.
Ah.